Thanks, everyone.
Hope my screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
So this time we are doing a meetup with co-hosted with Surat. So today's topic is like AnyPoint Code Builder. So we have the latest June release, so which I will give the overview, and then later Abhishek will cover the Async API and Einstein feature in the AnyPoint Code Builder. So this is the agenda. Like these are the part of June release overview. Then we will come back to Async API, then Einstein. Then we have a demo, and also at the last, like we have a trivia quiz also. So we will be giving one certification voucher. So yeah, please be attentive. Yeah, so we are organizers like Amrit Prasad and working as engineering leader at Trigon Tech. Over to you, Om Prakash.
Yeah, hi everyone. So Om Prakash this side. I am currently working and taking multiple hat at the Epic Round as founder and CEO in the Salesforce ecosystem from 10 plus years. I'm very fortunate to being here with all our co-organizers. Thank you everyone. Yeah, Amit ji, please go ahead.
Hey, thank you, Om. So my name is Amit, and I'm working with MuleSoft technology for last 7-8 years. Currently with Entity Data as a MuleSoft architect. Over to you, Nitesh.
Hi everyone, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So hi everyone, I'm Nitish Jain. Uh, I'm working as senior integration engineer at Growth Arc. I'm into MuleSoft from going to be 6 years now, and I'm from Bangalore. Thanks for organizing, Shyam, Om, and Amit. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, so today I'll be speaking on that AnyPoint Code Builder. So as you know, I'm MuleSoft ambassador, and I regularly be a speaker for the MuleSoft meetup. I'm also leading that Patna and Bangalore chapter. So I have total of 14 plus of years of experience, mostly in Java side, also 6 plus in MuleSoft. So I'm also one of the top contributor in the MuleSoft Help Forum, and also I created a LinkedIn page called DataWeave Fund where I used to share that DataWeave concept, quizzes, puzzles there. And today we have another speaker, Abhishek Batwar. Over to you.
Hey, thanks, Yam, and thank you to the organizer for Batna and Surat Group. Thank you for giving me opportunity to speak in the event. So, hello everyone. Hi, this is Abhishek. I'm working as a principal developer in NeuraFlash. I'm a MuleSoft ambassador. I'm a regional leader for MuleSoft Meetup India. I'm a frequent speaker. I lead Lucknow and Guwahati meetups. I have total of 9 plus of experience and 7 plus in MuleSoft. I'm a certified developer and architect in MuleSoft. I have done MuleSoft Industry and GTM Champion. I am Salesforce Double Star Ranger and have some certifications on Salesforce, Solace, Dalbumi, GCP. I write technical blogs, create technical videos, and I own a patent for developing a portable washing machine. So I create videos. I have my own YouTube channel where I do that. So that's quite about me. Over to you, Sean.
So yeah, let's start like AnyPoint Code Builder. So like first thing like it will come to my like everyone mind like what is AnyPoint Code Builder. So AnyPoint Code Builder is like integrated development environment, like another IDE, that enables developer to design, like build, test, and deploy API and integration from the web browser or desktop also. So this is a one plugin which is available into the Visual Studio Code, like VS Code. So just you have to install that AnyPoint extension pack. So it will include seven of the libraries that will be installed as part of this AnyPoint extension pack. Then like in Visual Studio Code, it is ready to use to do the uh, develop the integration for the MuleSoft, or you can design there is another feature also called you can design an API into the Visual Studio Code also, and also like it will be you can debug the tools and this thing, and it is very fast as compared to the AnyPoint, AnyPoint Studio. So AnyPoint Code Builder, it can be spun in minutes using your favorite browser. Also, there is a one option like you can install, you can go to the AnyPoint platform and you can run AnyPoint Studio from the browser also. So that is the features available. And also you can log in into the AnyPoint platform account in the VS Code, and then you can import any APIs, or you can deploy those APIs also into the Exchange. And these are the features which I have already covered in the last session, but I will give you some overview on that one also. So how AnyPoint Code Builder improves developer productivity. So this is like browser-based ID, or maybe you can install that plugin into the Visual Studio Code. Very first version was level was browser-based. Then it came as Visual Studio Code extension also, and there will be like graphical user interface to define your integration flows. So and then we have a center palette to quickly access commonly used commands. So then we can create some code snippets also, like for the connector and these things, and we can save it and we can use it for the development purpose. So that is also one of the feature. And then we have a linting support for validation. Then we have a interactive debugger. So today we are not going to talk on this much in the detail, but today we are going to talk on June releases. So these are the features, main features was released in the June release. So one of the feature is DataWeave Expression Builder. You can write DataWeave expression into that AnyPoint Builder, in transform message. You can, all the function will be easily available, and this thing. Then component configuration enhancement. So majorly, I will be going with demo. So how we can do it. So the very first feature is DataWeave Expression Builder. So you can use the DataWeave Expression Builder. Then you're configuring your integration and implementation from the UI. So this is for the transform message, where we can write DataWeave Expression Builder. So there will be three features. You can say data, that will be payload, attributes, or Mule variables that you can see in the data. Then you can, all the function will be available also there. You can scroll and use appropriate functions. Then you can do the preview also. So let me come back to Visual Studio Code. So first you have to install that Visual Studio Code into your system. Once that is installed, then you have to go to the extensions, and then you have to select AnyPoint for AnyPoint, and there will be AnyPoint extension pack. So here you can see this is the pack which you have to install it, and then you can start developing the integration for the MuleSoft. So here you can see there are this came with there will be 7 another extensions. So here you can see API extension, API kit extensions, and another thing is DataWeave, all the mandatory thing which is available for the MuleSoft development, that will be installed as part of this extension pack. MUnit, you can see this is one of the features which was available in the June release. Then we have a dependencies extensions. So once you do these installations, so here you can see AnyPoint Code Builder, new icon. When you click on that one, so here you can see there are 3 options available. You can design an API, implement an API, or develop an integration also. So designing an API, implement an API, develop an integration, these are the 3 features available. But today I'm going to cover June release. So the very first feature is DataWeave Expression Builder, which I will show you. So I have already created a project, sample project. So here you can see this is XML, and this is the canvas for the same XML. And also you can log in into the AnyPoint platform. So here you can see like not logged in into AnyPoint platform. So if you click on that one, it will ask like the extension AnyPoint Code Builder platform. If you want to sign in using AnyPoint platform, just you can click allow and click on open. Okay, so it will open a browser and then it will ask like for signing, and the same credential will be logged in the Visual Studio Code also. So if you click on open, so here you can see the same account logged in as Shyamraj Prasad to the AnyPoint platform account. So let's come back to the like DataWeave Expression Builder, how it looks like. So this is the like UI. Here you can see like I've just created a sample application. There is a HTTP listener. Then we have like some Java code I've added and then transform message also. So what I will do, here you can see there is a plus action. When you click on that one, I will go to that. Maybe I will choose variable, set variable. And if you click on that one, so here you can see there is a one pop-up is coming, and here you can see like you can define the variable name, then you can define the value also. So like and you can define the value also like XYZ or something 1, 2, 3 something you can define there. Okay. So DataWeave Expression Builder will come into picture like when you click on this one FX. So this is like a expression builder. When you click on this one, here you can see yeah. When you click in this one, so here you can see like one more pop-up is coming. So this is like a DataWeave Expression builder, and here you can see like there is a one field called data. So here you will see that input and output, and then we have all the functions available. So it is taking time like yeah. So first time like I'm working giving a demo from the personal laptop. Windows is taking time. So yeah, here you can see like in the data you can see like payload, then we have an attribute, and then we have a variable. And here you can see like function. So if you want to use any functions, all the functions is available here. So here you can see in the core also, if you expand, there is a the function is there. If you click on that one, like something called lower, so here you can see lower function is added there. Let me add something. So this is like DataWeave Expression Builder. So we have a data, and then we have functions, and then you can click on preview also. So here you can see this is lower ABC, and we are getting the output also in the lower format. And in here you can see like all the function is available. You can check like details also, like this is like lower function. Maybe you can go there, you can search for that function also. And here you can see, click on the details. So you can see the details also, like how it is working. So here you can see. So this is one of the features which got released in June release. Any questions?
Shyam, can you open the DataWeave connector itself?
DataWeave connector?
I mean transform message.
Yeah, this is the one.
No. The actual transform message component. Close this.
Yeah.
Go down. Yeah, this one. The
Yeah,
last.
this one. Yeah, last one.
Okay.
This is like I already created a project so that it will not take much time. Okay.
Yep.
So this is the way like you can this is the first feature. I will go to the next slide. Okay. The second one is like component configuration enhancement. So this is like for any like connector or any canvas UI, you can see the input output tab to the existing tab, and also you can add some notes also there, like you wanted to add like why we have written like this and this thing. So that is also there. So I will show this one also. So here you can see, so I have mentioned that there will be like input and output. So this is the input output tab. So here you can see like payload and variables. And here you can see you can add your notes also, like why it was written or something, some notes there. And even you can, this is not necessary, like this will be available for all the connector. Here also you can see the input and output is there. And then you can go and add the notes also. So here you can see like input output, you can see like input payload attribute and variables are there. And here you can see in the attribute part, you can see lots of things. Maybe sometimes we have to use those things. So you can just click on that one and that you can use it into the transform variable. So here you can see like attributes dot query string, local address, remote address. So you don't have to worry about the syntax. It will be like working like sometimes when we are writing manually, it will take like there will be some mistake also happens. So you can prefer that one also. This is another features. Then the third thing is like support for multiple Mule runtime versions with Java 17 and 11. So AnyPoint Code Builder now supports Mule runtime versions like 4.4, like greater than 4.4, it is supporting 4.4, 4.6, 4.7. It is not supporting below that. And also like compatible Java version is like 11 or 17, not 8. So how we can change it? So you can choose like any combination like 4.4, 17, 4.6, 11, 4.7, 17. So you can easily change this configuration and you can run that application. So how we can do that? So here you can see, go to the XML file and then you can go to the project properties. So then you will see that Mule runtime and Java. So here you can see currently I have selected 4.4.0 and then 11 also. Okay. I'll select this one. And here you can see like 4.7.0, we are getting that Java version is 17 also available. So you can choose and you can apply it and then you can done this and it will be run. So here you can see we have applied 4.7.0, then Java version is 17. When you run this application, let me run it. So it is building that application.
Shyam, I have a question.
Yeah.
Um, like in the AnyPoint Studio, in case if you are using any proxy network settings, right? So that we are configuring Windows preferences network settings, there we are configuring, right? So in the ACB, where we will configure the proxy settings?
Proxy setting or runtime properties?
Proxy network settings.
Maybe there will be like these are the settings. So here you can see like when you click on this one,
Yeah.
so go to the settings and there will be like for the workspace, and you can see here workspace is there also. So you can search for them that. See, let's see. So here you can see something is there. So you can check context. So these are the like default argument which we have to pass. So if you wanted to see it related to the Mule, so here you can see all the settings, like if you have to pass the any runtime properties, so that you can configure here. And this one, like Einstein features and other settings are also there. Just you have to go and choose that one. So here you can see like this application is deployed. Let me see like if you can determine that which Java version and this thing. That's selected. So here you can see JDK 17 is running. And time also you can see like it is using that 4.7.0. So here you can see. Okay. And it will be like all the configuration and this thing. So there will be like one folder got created in your PC, in your account, users, and if you go to that AnyPoint Code Builder, so here you can see like Java versions. So like 11 and 17 is there. So, and also you can see that runtime 4.4.0 and 4.7.0. And I have not selected that one. Like if you go there and go to the project properties, and we have to run like we have to select another versions. So here you can see 4.6.3. Then I will select this one and I will click apply. So it will download that Mule runtime 4.6.3. Select 11 and apply. So meanwhile, like it is downloading that one, like downloading Mule runtime 4.6.3. Here you can see like it will create another folder. And we can just go and apply that one, and next time it will run with 4.6.3 and 11. I'll come back. Let me cover to the next topic, like next features. Then that the next feature is like custom Java classes and code. So Java module is also now bundled into the AnyPoint Code Builder. So you can create any new Java class in the project, and it will automatically add the necessary dependency like project pom.xml file. So when you create a new Java class, so it will add the Java dependency into the pom.xml file. And also like you can create any class into this src main Java, and any test cases related to the Java, you will have to write it in this place. So let me show you once it is getting downloaded. So here you can see like I mentioned that Java dependency will be added. So I've already created. So here you can see new Java module is there 1.2.13, and I have created a like tax calculator. So here you can see I'm using like I have just created a tax calculator, and there is a method called calculate tax, and then another method is tax free. So how we can call this tax calculator into that test.xml file? Similar way, like first we have to create an object for that class. So here you can see we are using new. So first we are creating a class of that object. So we are setting that into some variable name. Okay, so here you can see like we are calling that tax calculator, and then we are setting into that like one variable called tax calculator. And similarly, the next one, I'm just invoking that one method called like which is like calculate tax, in which we have to pass that payload. Like two things we have to pass. Here you can see one is price, another thing is send additional tax. Okay, so for this one also I am passing it from the payload. Okay, so we have created like a HTTP listener, and in the listener we are passing test, and we are that is a like post method, and we are passing that one. I think let's see. So here you can see like 4.6.3 is downloaded. So earlier it was not there. Okay, so here you can see like all the runtime, Mule runtime is downloaded. Okay, now let me run it again. So next time it will run with 4.6.3, and I think I've selected Java 11. So in this way, like we have a like Java support also available into that AnyPoint Code Builder. Any questions till now?
Yeah, Sham. Sham, does this ACB also have the like integration with? Can we integrate with a repository like GitHub or GitLab? Like we can do it from AnyPoint Studio.
So here you can see like this is like initialized repository, and you can publish to the GitHub.
Okay.
So any any repo you can configure, GitLab, GitHub, anything.
Okay, from here also we can directly check in or check out the code from these.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I think just now here you can see JTK, now it is running 4.6.3, and just before that I have seen that it is speaking JTK 11. So here you can see like we have like Java JDK version also 11 and 17, and Mule version you can see the runtime. There are 3 versions. So it will run fine. Let me open that Postman. Then I will hit. So basically it will do like what we are passing the payload. It will calculate the tax and it will give the result. It is deployed. So here you can see we are getting some value like 1.7. So it is doing some calculation according to this one, like price into this percent by base tax plus percent additional tax, and it is giving some value, like what is the value. So we are getting 1.7. So in this way, like we are able to add Java also. Let's come back to another features. Like for this one also, like we have like a separate Maven setting also. So here you can see like Maven settings. To avoid changing any of your preferred Maven settings in setting.xml file, so AnyPoint Code Builder now creates a separate setting file, that is scab_setting.xml file, and it will be available at this location only. So if you go there, so in the same location we have Maven, and here you can see scab setting.file is there. So you can use that one for the AnyPoint Code Builder. Here you can see like this is the like, by default it got created with this one. So here you can see some token is there, and then we have repository URL also. Next one is like MUnit support. So you cannot write for now, like you cannot write MUnit test cases in AnyPoint Code Builder, but you can run those MUnit test cases into the AnyPoint Code Builder. So for this one, I will go to see basic. So here you can see like this is like one test suite is written and another one is written. So what you can do, it will take some time to like Visual Studio Code to understand this is MUnit like Mule projects. Then after that, you will get the option like run MUnit test. So you can run it from here also. So it is activating the Java and other things. In Mac, like it is very fast. Okay. The next feature, I will come to the next feature also. Like this is like MUnit support. You can run a MUnit also. And the next feature is like the last features which I have to cover. That is API governance for REST API. So I think API governance, we have to do it go into the design center, and then we have to select some of the API governance like rule sets, and then we have to check the components status of a project. So you can do the run and rerun the validation, and you have to do the changes and then rerun. So you can monitor the progress of validation also. So that also you can do it into the Visual Studio Code. Just you have to like import that API specification from the design center. You can download it into that Visual Studio Code, and then you can go to the API governance and you can run that. You can add the rule set and then you can run that. So here you can see like one of the test cases pass, and another thing is like some here you can see 3 of them is passed, 1 is failed. So in this way, like you can rerun it also from here also and here also. And there will be like some settings which we have to do like when we are running it. So we have to use setting.xml file. Like for running the MUnit, we need an access credential, so that you have to pass it. And also like in the Mule architecture, so required product, like if it is Mule community, so I think you have to use Mule underscore EE, otherwise Mule. So that is the one option, but the complete MUnit feature is not currently supported. And coming back to the last features, if there is no any question.
Yeah, Sham, I have one question. You are showing like we are doing the MUnit related configuration in the example.setting files. So can we also do this in the ACB underscore setting files?
Yeah. There also, there only we have to do, like we have to add this credential there. It should work.
Okay.
Okay.
So it means we can use either setting.xml file with ACB, or we can use ACB underscore setting files. Any one of them we can use. Correct?
We have to use ACB setting.xml file. This is like example setting.xml file. Like just I am showing it up here. Like I've added Alex has added into their project. So I'm using her project here. Okay. So let's come back to the last topic. Let me open that one. So here you can see like I have just created this is also one of the RAML. This is which I have published into that very basic like American client. I think who is just starting RAML on the documentation. I think they have to go with American Flights API. So here you can see like this is the RAML file. Now how you can add that? So you have to just go to the command palette, just type. There are lots of options. So here you can see these are the options. Okay, but we have to add that governance rule sets. So you have to click on that one, and it is activating that extension. So once that is added, here you can see that option. Taking time from. So here you can see like earlier I have added like two things like here you can see governance rule set. You can see you can add anything like if you click on that one. So here you can see lots of option is there. AnyPoint best practices, Async API best practices, HTTP S enforcement. These are the things. So I have added two. So here you can see HTTP S enforcement and AnyPoint best practices. So first I will remove this one like HTTP, and then I will run this. So here you can see like one of the like use case is failing. So here you can see. So error expected, not HTTP, but got actual HTTP and this thing. So we have to use HTTPS. When you will do this and save it and again rerun it, this one. So you can do the validation also like now no performance issues found after running validation with selected rules or rule set. Okay. Maybe if we can try this one also, we will get lots of errors, some of the thing which we have to fix it and apply it. So it is not necessary we have to go there into the AnyPoint platform and you have to do this governance rule sets. You can check those things here also. So here you can see like lots of warning and error is coming. So we have to fix it for the best practices. So here you can see like some of the like client ID. So here you can see description is missing. So this is giving warning. So here you can see like ID. So this should be like should be lowercase. So let me do that. Please. Okay. Which one? This is the one. Then I will run it again. So here you can see now it is passing. So in this way, like you have to fix it the problem and you can do these changes. And if you're doing the changes here, you can see like we are getting some source control. Like there are two file changes. You can do the commit and you can commit it to the when you will commit it, it will be reflected into their like AnyPoint platform account also. So yeah, I think I'm done with my demo. Now I'm handing over to Abhishek. If there is any question, feel free to ask.
Okay, thanks, Sam. Anyone have any question? Please ask. Then I will start with my part.
Yes, I have one question. Shyam, if we are correcting the design in the ACB, and if we are committing it, then it will also get updated at the design center?
Yes, let me do it.
Okay.
Let me share my screen again. Let me try it. I have not done it. We know like 52 line number we have done the changes.
Mhm.
Oh, there is no error. Something like invalid. Okay, I will try it out and maybe once.
Sure. Sure, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions we have for Sham? No? Okay. Then I will share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Can anyone confirm, please?
Yeah, we can. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. So before I start, like Shyam has already given a wonderful session on the features and giving an overview like how the ACB looks like and how you do your projects over there. So before I start, I just want to understand from the audience who has yet tried the ACB or even not tried, or if you have tried, then have you tried with Async API and Einstein? Anyone? Okay, Archana has tried. So you tried only the ACB feature, or you have also tried the Async API feature and Einstein with that, Archana? Maybe you can unmute and you can speak.
No,
No.
Abhishek, I did not try, but I attended few of the MuleSoft session on Einstein
Okay.
and ACB.
Okay, no worries. Anyone else tried or thinking of trying it?
Yeah, hi Abhishek. I'm planning to try it, but I would like to know: is this the only feature with ACB, or it can be done through Studio as well?
Async API can be done through Studio as well, but Einstein is something which is featured with ACB, what I found till now.
Okay.
Okay.
And
In
what the
MuleSoft
facilities will be?
IDP also we can have the Einstein AI prompts.
Yeah, IDP is again then a complete different concept. If we go with the building type, like the Studio and ACB. So in particular, we are talking about ACB over here. So no worries if you have not tried. So what we will see with our demo is, or with our explanation is, how you enable Einstein API and how you enable async from platform. Okay, this is what we will see. So this is how, like, Einstein doesn't come with a trial account. Okay, so you need to ask your admin. So your admin will see this kind of option. So there will be an option to enable it. Also, the same goes with Async API. You need to enable the feature. Okay, once you do that, then you will be able to implement that in your AnyPoint Code Builder. Okay. So going with an overview of Async API, just a short overview, like what is Async API. I won't go much deep. So it helps us to improve the event-driven architecture for our applications. Okay, this comes a part of API lead strategy. There are three different layers: event, channels, and transport. So event is what? The message or data that you want to share between your servers. Channels, how you are receiving or how you are sending the data between the channels to each other, to different servers. And transport is like what transport technology you are using to do such, like Rabbit MQ, Kafka, or AnyPoint MQ. For our demo, I will be using AnyPoint MQ to show you like how the architecture works. Okay, how you can say PubSub model or event-driven architecture model works. From your design center, you can create Async API spec, or you can do it from your code builder as well. This is how the screen will look like when you will create that. Okay, you will see a listener. Okay, you can add a publish over here. So whatever channels you define, okay, it will define that much of channels, and it will create different flows with respect to the channels you defined. Okay, that is about Async API. And then the Einstein, for Einstein you need to add a plugin which is Einstein for developers, and this is how the window will be. You will be an option for start with AI, open Einstein, and then you will see a box or a prompt where you can type your prompt, and it will give you an output, XML flow, which you can use in your flow. Okay, so don't take much time with the PPT. We'll directly go with the demo. So first of all, when you log into your platform, you will be having an option of code builder. So this is how your screen look like. So if you have not yet tried, so there are two different versions, so a cloud version and a desktop IDE. Okay, so we are going to show the demo in the desktop IDE. To do that, here are the prerequisites, what you need to do, and also Shyam has explained that you need to have an AnyPoint Extend package. You need to have a Visual Studio, which should be 1.76.1 or later, a Git, and obviously a platform account. Okay, so this is how it will look like. So you can have all the extension from here. So for the first time, if you are doing the package for AnyPoint Code Builder, and if you don't see this option, like it happened for me, so there is one more extension which I installed, and after that I was able to see that option, which is DataWeave. Okay, I'm not sure if it happens with anyone else, but it happened with me. Like just installing it, this package was not showing me this option. And then for Einstein, this is what I have used, and then I got this option over here. Okay, now I already have a Async API spec created. So what we are doing over here is there are two different options of creating a spec. Okay, there are two different scripting language to do that when you are creating a Async API. So I've created this as a YAML, but when you go to your new Async API, you can create it as a YAML or JSON. Also, you can choose what version you want to use. We are doing the latest 2.6 version. Okay, so here you can do your configurations. So we are defining what title we want to give to our project. Okay, just information like what license we are using. I'm using for AnyPoint MQ, a short descriptions. Then this is where we need to define our server details. So to connect with AnyPoint MQ, we need to have a URL to connect to that server, and I will show you that as well. Along with that, we need a client ID and client secret. That is also something I will show you. I have created two channels. One is for create order and one is for create order list, in which for create order, I have a publish, and for create order, I have a subscribe. So here publish means your listener. Publish means publishing in your application. So this is your listener from where you will get the data in your application. Subscribe means sending the data out. Okay, so this is the name of my subscriber, and this is the name of my publish. Okay, then we have got this component. So this is exactly same as what we have at data type. Okay, so I have defined a structure, like the message which I am receiving. So what should be the structure of that message, where I also have a validation. Okay, where I have an email validation, where I need to have a fixed pattern. Like I need my email address to have a fixed pattern. If I don't follow this pattern, my API will give me an error. Okay, so this gives you an documentation like what we have created. This is the request which we are going to get. Okay, this is the publish part, and then this is the subscribe part. Okay, both are using the same type of data type, the same component message they are using. Okay, which we have defined, which we have referred over here. Are you clear with this part? Any question? Okay, so what I did is, after I did my specification, I have published it to my Exchange. Okay, now I will introduce that in my AnyPoint Code Builder. So for that, I will use this option. Again, you have a design API option. So instead of going to your platform, as we are already connected with platform, we can design our spec from here as well. Okay, now this again depends how you want to do it, depends on perspective. I like to do it directly in platform, so I do it like that. But if you want, you can do it everything from code builder itself. So now I will go to my implementation. Here I need to choose what location I need to put my API. Okay, I need to put it over here. I will give a name, say Async API demo. Okay, then I will choose it. I will choose it from my exchange. So this is my Async API beta. Okay, this is my specification which I need to import to my code builder. I'm using runtime 4.7 and Java 17. So I will create project. Now see, here we have one, like provide your MQ server URL. Okay, so till the time it is getting up, let me show you my MQ. Okay, so again, from platform you can have an option of MQ, but MQ is not free. You won't get it in your trial account. This is a licensed product. Okay, so you need to have the license for that, then only you can see that option. So I have this my MQ page where I can select what reason I want to do it, like in which reason I need to create my queues. So I'm using Ohio. This is where if I do this, this is what is going to give me the URL what we are talking about to connect to our server. This is going to give me the URL. To create queues, I have this option, create queue. You can create FIFO queue as well. You can create exchange. For client ID and client secret, you need to go to client apps. Here you need to create. Okay, you need to give a name. Once you do it, you get a client ID and client secret. Okay, so these are the basic configuration what we need when we are configuring our MQ. Okay, so I will trust it, and this creates a project for me. Okay, so this will create the flow. In that you can see I will have a listener. Okay, I need to configure the publish. So for RAML, you have seen there is a API kit router, right? Whenever we publish a RAML and then import that, we have a API kit router. But for our Async API, we have a API kit for async. Okay, this is coming up. Let's wait. Meanwhile, let me show you this. So okay, it's still loading. Fine. So here you will see what you can see the flows, what flow has been created. If you have multiple flow, you can see the list over here. So I have only one flow. It is showing me one flow. Okay. We have a global config. This is my global config. What we have in our global config, I have an API configuration where I have that client ID. I need to provide my client secret, and here I need to provide that URL. Okay, so this client ID and client secret is parameterized. I can also parameterize that, but as we have defined that in our specification, it is showing over here. Okay, then this is our API kit for Async API, where it is referring to this particular module or config, okay, which will be used over here in my listener. Property files. Now in resources, you can see there is a property file where this is asking for a client ID, client secret, where in the global config we have seen, okay, it is parameterized and it is asking that, right? I will open my listener. Okay, yeah, now it is loaded. So I can see my Async API config over here. I will be able to see only create order because this is my publish. Okay, so what we have defined over here is the channel. Create order is a publish. Okay, so my publish will show only those name which is a publish, and that only I can see. Okay, my server is AnyPoint MQ prod, okay, which is referring to that global config. I have a simple logger. Okay, I will close this. Oops. Okay. me close all this. Yeah. So this is my listener. I will this is my logger where I'm just putting my payload, whatever I'm getting from my listener, and I will put a publish. Okay, so I will go to my async. I will use publish. So where I want to send the data, and that again I will do my configurations. Okay, this is loading. So this will show me what? This will show me create order list. Okay, as an option over here. See, as I have only one subscribe defined in my specification, it is showing me that. And my server is AnyPoint MQ server. Okay. So once this is done, okay, once you do all your configuration, you provide the client ID and client secret, you provide the URL, okay, in the config. When we do all this, that means our connection is done, okay, and then we can test it. So I already have one created. Okay, let me get that. Just give me a minute. I will just stop sharing and I will get that. Meanwhile, are you clear with this? Do you have any question? Anyone?
So Abhishek, this async is only supported by AnyPoint MQ, or can we use RabbitMQ or Kafka?
Yeah, you can use that. For defining, I am using AnyPoint MQ because I have the access for that. So I'm just using that. But yes, you can use Rabbit, Kafka, anything you can use.
Okay, so I have to provide the URLs in the API specifications.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, just give me 1 minute and I will enable this. Okay, graph properties. Okay, I'm resharing. I will add my publish again. Okay. Now what we'll do is, as we have our configs, so we will run this. Okay. I will run this. To debug, what you can do is you can put a debugger point. Okay, you see this red dot, right? That can act as a breakpoint for you. Okay. So how my message will look like? So this is my structure where I have an order ID, customer name, email, product ID, product name, product type, and product quantity. So what I did is purposefully, as I have a pattern for my email, I have given a wrong email where I don't have a @ Okay. So what I will do is I will use this and we'll see if this fails. Okay. If my API kit for async verifies that or not. Okay. I will put this. I will go to my queue. I will open this as this is a JSON and I will send my data. Okay. Success. And you see we got a message. Email string this does not match the pattern. That means that's an error. And if you see, as I'm not doing any error handling, so I lost the message, but I also haven't received anything. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll rectify our error. Okay. We'll put a positive input with the correct information I will do it at the rate, and then I will put my item in this. And now if you see, as this is successful, this came to this part. Earlier it was failed here only because that the pattern was wrong, but now it was successful. I can see the output. And if I go to my queue, so no message in this, but I have a message in this. And if you want to see whether it's the correct message or not, you can also retrieve and see if it is the same message. See, this is the same message what we just sent. Okay. So till now, if you have used AnyPoint MQ connector directly or any other connector directly, you might have seen like for validation, you might put some external validation component to validate the message what you're getting, if that is right or not. But with this, we are not using the AnyPoint MQ connector directly, but we have this connectors, API kit for async, which help us to validate and also to have our PubSub or event-driven architecture. Right? I will stop this. Any question on this?
Yes, Abhishek. So you're saying like this publish is not like basically the AnyPoint MQ connector.
Yes.
Then let's say if I want to do the AnyPoint MQ connector used to give lots of options like circuit breakery and
Right.
so how would we do such kind of scenarios then here? If
that for now I haven't found that. Okay, so that is something which is an exploration part. I don't see an option to do any kind of circuit breaker what we can do in AnyPoint MQ. Okay. But yes, maybe like this is something, a new feature with code builder, or the code builder is still evolving. We might see something in future.
But instead of publish, I can still use, let's say if I do the same kind of this kind of POC in Studio, rather than using a publish, I can use AnyPoint.
Yeah, sure. In Studio, we definitely do that. In Studio, you can have Async API as well, but you have the connector for MQs over here.
Yeah. That will give me the option. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Any other questions on this? No. Okay. If no question, then we can discuss on the Einstein. Okay. So as I have already shown you, like how the code builder will look like. Okay, if you have admin access, or how it will look like your admin, where you need to enable your Einstein. Okay, so once you do that, now develop a new project. Okay, again I will choose a location. I will give it a AI demo, and I will create a blank project, an empty project. Okay. Yes, I trust it. Okay, so it will create a flow. It will create a project for you. Okay. Now, what will happen if you are not connected with AI, or if the admin doesn't give you permission? Okay, so you see this box, you see this dashboard. When I click Open Einstein, it will first see, okay, whether your AnyPoint platform is signed in, and if that have a like licensed for Einstein AI or not. If you have the accessibility to access Einstein or not. If you had that accessibility, then you will see this prompt, okay, where you can write whatever is there in your mind, create a flow instead of going to the scratch flow, dragging and dropping or connecting. You can write a simple prompt, what you're thinking, and it will create a XML which you can insert in your flow. Okay, like I will write, create a flow with name Einstein flow, receiving the data from HTTP listener, where the data is in JSON. I can define a structure if I want, say ID as 1, and name as Mule, transform that to CSV, mapping ID with test ID and name with test name. Okay, and I prompt it. So Einstein is thinking, okay, what I've written, it will analyze that and it will give me an XML after its understanding. So it has given me C. Okay, it has given me, okay, so I said mapped ID with this and name with this. That's why it added that. But okay, fine. I would have given some more clarification to it. Now see, I have two options: either copy and paste it to your flow or insert it directly. Once I do this, you can see this has created a flow for me. Okay, now I have not defined anything about the configuration, so I don't see that, but I can do my configuration. Okay, little bit of manual thing I can do. I have added a configuration to this. See my DataWeave, it has created a DataWeave for me. Okay, I have not defined anything for what should be my path. It has automatically taken the flow name as the path. Okay, I can modify more. Okay, to this, let's see, I want to change, or I want to have a DataWeave, like write a DataWeave for me to map ID with test ID and name with test name. See, now it has given me a new transformation where test ID is mapped with the payload ID and test name is mapped with the payload name, so that I can copy this particular thing and I can remove it. Okay, so this is how the Einstein work. Okay, so this is quite basic. We can try, like we can explore more on this, like how complex it can do. We can test the ability of Einstein, but this is quite fascinating where I'm just giving a prompt, okay, where what I want, and it is giving me a complete flow so that I don't need to do a lot of my thing manually. Yeah, definitely if I need to do some changes, I need to do that manually, but a lot of thing has been created for me. So this is what the Einstein feature do. Fine, so that's pretty much about the demo. So we are open to question. So if you have any
So Abhishek,
question.
have you tried flow subflow in Einstein? Like creating subflows out of flows. Have you tried that?
Yeah, I tried one. It has automatic created a subflow. Maybe we can see. Let's see. Okay, so this has given me a subflow and see. Now, if you see, there are different flows. Okay, have I given the wrong name to my Einstein? No. Okay, but it has created a different Einstein's flow. From there, it is referring it. Okay, but it has created that subflow for me where I have a Salesforce query connector, and by itself it has also created a query for me to get it from account.
Yeah, like I think we can explore it a bit more.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay, I can simply put.
Hello,
Yeah.
Nidar here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after generating the XML using this Einstein, so can we use that same XML and paste it in AnyPoint Studio to do the further work, or shall we need this Visual Studio Code only to complete the task?
I hope you can do that. Like this is same as how you use other AI tool, right? Where you are getting a sort of output with request to the input you are saying it to do, right? So you might be do that. It's just a AI tool, but it is the functionality is it is added with code builder, so you don't need to switch between tools or applications. You can do everything in code builder itself instead of going somewhere else.
Okay, okay. No, in the previous, the previous speaker mentioned something like MUnit is not right now completely
Mhm.
supported by this. So if I generate the flow and put it in AnyPoint Studio, then I can create a MUnit in that MUnit Studio by using that tool.
Right.
Uh,
So if you'll
yeah,
see
that's
all
why.
the yeah, all the XML codes what we got over here, those are same as what you got in your studio. So like this
Okay.
listener. When I was exploring, I created a listener in my studio and I copy and pasted over here. Okay, and that was working. So I don't think there should be any issue with creating over here and putting it over there, or taking it from there and putting it over here.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
touch.
because right now what happened is like we use this AnyPoint Studio and
Mhm.
have some pictorial like a background of that, and so switching from that AnyPoint Studio to this Visual Studio Code, it
Mhm.
little bit difficult. That's why.
You can just copy this one,
Okay,
copy it, put it there, or copy from there and put it here.
okay, okay. Yeah, I will try that also, and
Yeah, sure.
wait. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Takshak is asking like to describe more about channel and components. Okay, so the components as we can describe it as a kind of data type, like the message what we are going to send between our channels or servers. Okay, so we're defining a data type. So if you are acquainted with RAML, so in RAML we create a data type so that if you want to mandatory something like, okay, when I'm getting input to my API, this field is mandatory. Okay, if this is not coming, fail it. Same way we are defining it over here, a kind of data type, okay, which is going to validate what input you are getting. Like we validated for this email pattern. Okay, when it was not matching, we were getting error. Okay, but when it matched, it passed through and it went to my second queue. Okay, in my subscriber. Okay, I was able to get the data over there. So the component is a message structure, like what kind of message you are sending or receiving. It defines that, which you refer over here to your channel. Channel is what queue name, okay, to in a normal term, what queue name you are giving to your channel. Okay, and what kind of channel it is. It is a publish or it is a subscribe. So you can have for the same queue name, you can have a subscribe over here. So when you go and when you create, you can see a listener for create order, but you can also have a publish for create order. Okay, so this is like when you have two different flows. In one flow, your create order is a listener where you are getting the data. Okay, but to send the data to that listener, you have a subscribe in another flow where either you are taking the data from somewhere and sending it to that subscribe, which is a publish, and then when the data came into your queue, you are publishing it to your application. Okay, so that's what the channel and component means. I hope that answer your question, Taksha.
Yeah, yeah, got it. You also talked about a third term,
Event.
channel. component and one more term, right?
Events. So the events is the same, like what message or data you shared within your services or the server. Okay. Transport is like the server what we are using, channel, queues what we have already described. Yeah. Any other question?
No, I think we are good.
Yeah. Then maybe we can go with our next part.
Yeah, thank you, Abhishek, for the wonderful session and explanation.
Thank you.